Welcome to our Cabinet members meeting on the 16th of July 2025. Agenda item 1 this afternoon is the appointment of chairperson. I'm Councillor Steve Hunt, leader of Neath Talbot Council, and I will be chairing today's meeting of Cabinet. My announcement, agenda item 2, so can I just welcome members of the public or press who may be viewing this meeting. Can I ask you to please ensure that your microphones are switched off and you are here to observe the meeting only. Can I ask members present and those online and officers, please ensure that your phones are switched to silent for the duration of the meeting and that your microphones are switched to mute unless you are speaking. In addition, when asked to raise your hand, if members who are virtually attending this meeting could raise your electronic hands, and for members physically present, just raise your hand and I will come to you. Officers, can I please ensure you verbally add any additional comments from scrutiny committees if this has not already been included within your reports this afternoon. We are not due to have a fire drill, so should the fire alarm sound during the meeting, please make your way out of the nearest exit and to the point outside. Thank you very much. Agenda item 3 this afternoon is declarations of interest. And I just ask members if they have any declarations of interest to make. I will start. I have a declaration of interest on agenda item 10 this afternoon, the UK Shared Prosperity Fund 25-26. I'll go to other members. Councillor Hurley, please.
Thank you, Leader. Item 10 again on the SPF. Thank you.
And Councillor Noyle.
Thank you, Steve. Yeah, item 10, exactly the same, and I'll be leaving the meeting at that time. Thank you.
Excellent. And with those three in mind, if you will be sent an electronic declaration, and if you can then get it back to Nadine, we will have that dealt with then. Thank you. So agenda item 4 is the minutes of the previous meeting. These minutes of the meeting of Cabinet on the 25th of June are on pages 5 to 10 of your agenda pack. They are before you this afternoon for approval of accuracy only. Let's just see if members have any comments on those accuracies of the minutes. I don't see anybody. Okay, I'm happy to propose they're a true record. Could I have a seconder, please? Thank you, Alan. So members, if you do not indicate to the contrary by raising your hand, I will assume that you're content with the accuracy of those minutes.
See no indication to the contrary, Chair. The minutes have been approved.
Thank you, Nadine. Agenda item 5 is our forward work programme for 25-26. The forward work programme is on pages 11 to 26 and is here for noting. And move on to agenda item 6, public question times. I have received no notifications from the public to speak at today's meeting. Agenda item 7 is the annual governance statement for 24-25. The report is on pages 27 to 118 and is here for a decision. I know Noel Daniels is with us and Hugh Jones. Can I ask you both to introduce the report? I'm sure Noel went first, and then Hugh, if he needs to come in, will do. So over to you, Noel. Thank you.
Thank you, Leader. Just to say that the annual governance statement is a statutory requirement as part of the statement of accounts and basically demonstrates whether we're delivering good governance in line with the local government framework, which is ended and this year for approval.
Thank you, Noel. Anything from you, Hugh? No? Thank you very much. I ask members if they have any questions on this report. Don't see any from members. I'd just like to say, as part of my portfolio, that the annual governance statement for 24-25 is being presented to members today to demonstrate the internal controls in place to ensure governance across the council is robust. All right, so I'm prepared to support the draft statement of accounts. The annual governance statement also sets out how the council has monitored the effectiveness of its governance arrangement in the year ending the 31st of March 2025. And it also identifies improvement areas where more work is required to further strengthen policies and processes that underpin the council's governance framework. I think this is an important piece of work and it's an important document. So thank you, Noelwyn, for presenting it to us, and I'm sure members are happy to support it. If there's any further questions from members? I don't see any, so I am happy to propose this agenda item. Can I have a seconder, please?
Okay, no.
Thank you, Alan. Any abstentions from members? I don't see any. So members, if you do not indicate to the contrary by raising your hand, I will assume that you're in favour of the recommendations.
I see no indication to the contrary, Chair, and confirm that the recommendation's been approved.
Thanks, Nadine. Agenda item 8 is the Welsh Language Promotion Strategy Annual Report 2024 to 2025. The report is on pages 119 to 144 and is here as a monitoring report. But I'm going to go over now to Sheena. She's online, of course, I can see you. Sheena Rees, can you introduce this report, please, Sheena?
Thank you, Leader. Pnawn da, everyone. So a revised Neath for Talbot Council Welsh Language Promotion Strategy for 2023-2028 was adopted by Council on the 12th of July 2023, and this is the second annual report under the revised strategy. The annual report contains information on the work that was undertaken during 2024-2025 in terms of promoting the Welsh language across our communities and internally with our staff. So thank you, Leader. Karen Furlow-Harris and Anita James are present with you this afternoon to take any questions on the content.
No, thanks for that, Sheena, and I'm hoping members will have read the report. Can I just ask any members if they have any questions on this report? Alan, Councillor Llewellyn?
Yeah, it's not so much a question, Cadeirydd. Fi'n croesawu bod adroddiad mor gadarnhaol o'n blaen i pan awma sy'n adlewyrchu ni'n credu yn penderfyniad ni am bodfydedd ni i hybu y iaith Gymraeg o fewn gwaith y cyngor ei hun, ond hefyd ar draws yn cymunedau. You know, I'm very pleased that we can welcome such a positive report this afternoon, which I think reflects the enthusiasm of the authority having adopted the strategy to encourage and support the use of the Welsh language, both within the local authority itself, but also across all of our communities. And there are several highlights in the report. If I particularly, of course, on the success of the Year of the Eisteddfod at Parc Margam this year, in the run-up to the Eisteddfod itself, it was an opportunity of involving all of our communities, and particularly young people, both those that are fluent in Welsh and Welsh learners. And I think we're all determined that's not the end of the story, that there's a legacy from the work by the Eisteddfod itself, and there's a broader movement among young people looking towards the future. And I think that sets a very firm, very good foundation for future work in developing the strategy. So I'd like to thank everybody that's been involved in all the work that's gone behind it. Yeah.
Thank you, Alan. Any other member got any comments? Don't see any. I certainly concur, and sure we all do. And those of us who attended there was fascinated by the success of it, isn't it? And that's gone right across Wales, from Welsh Government to WLGA and others who have said. And I would be saying this, wouldn't I? It's probably the best venue that there's ever been part of, with that castle as a backdrop. And we had that message from those within the and the Welsh Government MP, the MPs and the MSs. So great work, and it's always nice to thank those involved, and how important the Welsh language is, isn't it, and to promote it. You know, I've said before now, when I tried a year, and the try is, you correct me, the mutation, the triglycerin or trigada was very difficult, I think, at a young age, but doesn't mean that I know Sean has picked it up very quickly, hasn't he? And fair play to him, and he's doing an excellent piece of work there. So thank you for that, and best thanks back to everybody. Okay then, this is a report that we are monitoring, so thank you, we'll note it. Agenda item 9 is the Welsh Language Standards Annual Report 24-25. And the report is on page 145 to 166 and is here also for monitoring. Will I go back to you, Sheena, to introduce this report, please? Thank you.
Thanks, Leader. So this report has been produced in accordance with the Welsh Language Standards Number 1 Regulations 2015, and it provides an overview of compliance with the standards which we had a duty to comply with during the year. Specific information as required by the standards in relation to the Welsh language skills of employees and new and vacant posts is also included within the report. The council's, yes?
Sheena, you're breaking up. We missed a bit there. If you go back like about 40 seconds, we missed what you said. Or if you want to start again, I don't know. I don't know what's happening with the sound. It happened last week as well, but try again if you would, please.
Okay, I will go back to the beginning. So the report has been produced in accordance with the Welsh Language Standards Number 1 Regulations 2015, and it provides an overview of compliance with the standards which we had a duty to comply with during the year. Specific information as required by the standards in relation to the Welsh language skills of employees and new and vacant posts is also included. The Council's Welsh Language Officer Group, which is made up of officers from across all directorates and includes much valued representation from Menter Iaith, Castell Neath, Talbot, remains key to the implementation of the standards, identification of good practice, helping with the early resolution of any issues, promotion of the Welsh language and monitoring compliance. So again, thank you, Leader, and again, Karen and Anita are present to take any questions on the content.
Thank you, Gina. That was perfect. Thank you. Okay, I'll see if there's any questions from members on this agenda item. I don't see any. Again, this is a report to monitor, so we will monitor the report. Agenda item 10 is the UK Shared Prosperity Fund 2025-2026, and I'll hand over to Councillor Llywelyn to take this agenda item. Thank you.
Yes, the report, I'm obviously covering this report because the leader has to leave, we declared an interest, but the report is on pages 167 to 204 and is here for decision. Simon, would you like to introduce the report?
Lisa will go.
Thanks, Lisa, yes.
Thank you. So this report is seeking members' approval on the recommendation to approve or not approve projects submitted to the UK Shared Prosperity Fund third-party grant funds. That's the Place Prosperity Fund and the Community Prosperity Fund. And there's a list in the appendices. Just to raise that we were really oversubscribed for these funds. So, for example, the Community Prosperity Fund was a £1 million fund and we had £3 million worth of applications. And the Place Prosperity Fund was a £2 million fund and we had £7 million worth of applications for the fund. So the demand is there. The timescales are really tight for this project. So lots of the capital projects, if they didn't have planning in place, if they didn't have well-developed scope, then lots of those are put on the reserve list or were rejected because they're unable to deliver by December 2025. I'm happy to take any questions, Chair. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks very much. Members, any questions? Leah?
Not a question, just on behalf of the Cabinet and especially Councillor Hurley, who's had to recuse himself from this today. Just thanks for all the work. We know it's been a really short time scale. We acknowledge that. And the help and support that you've given to applicants that weren't successful as well has been significant. So thank you very much.
Thank you. I don't see any further questions, so I now refer members to the recommendations on page 176 of the agenda pack. I propose if I could have a seconder, please.
Happy to second.
Any abstentions? I don't see any. Members, if you do not indicate to the contrary by raising your hand, I would assume that you are in favour of the recommendations, and the Dean will confirm the outcome.
Yeah, I see no indication to the contrary, Chair, and confirm the recommendation has been approved.
Thanks very much. If the other members could be invited back in.
Oh, Simon's back in. Okay, moving on to agenda item 11, items. I received no urgent items this afternoon. Agenda item 12 is access to meetings. So the access to meetings report is on pages 205 to 210 of your report packs. I will propose that we now move into private session. Could I have a seconder, please? Thank you, Alan. Any abstentions from members? Don't see any. Members, if you do not indicate to the contrary by raising your hand, I will assume that you're in favour of now moving into private session.
I see no indication to the contrary, Chair, and confirm we're now in private session. And the recording has now been stopped.
Thank you, Nadine.